to the shop. Today we're going to be rebuilding the rear shock on this, just doing kind of a quick overhaul of it, relubing it, put some new seals on it. Fox recommends to do this about every 40 hours. Let's get started. Alright, so now that we have that off, depends on your shock, but could be a trunnion mount here, whatever. Just make sure you don't lose any of the spacers out of there. It's real easy to work on when it came off. Like I said, I undid this canister while it was on the bike. It's easier. It should be about hand tight. I've done this before, so I didn't crank on it. Yeah, so it should come off fairly easy. You may need a strap wrench. That's fine if it's like soft rubber strap wrench to take this off. And I'm gonna have to take these little spacers out. All right, so I got those off. Just prime them off softly with like a little flat tip screwdriver. Now we're just gonna unscrew this again, pull it off. And then once this is off, we're just gonna clean that off. It doesn't actually look too bad. It's been kept in pretty good shape. A quick thing that you can do with these is just kind of slide this off halfway, don't pull it all the way off. Throw some float lube or float fluid in there just to keep it lubed. I've done that before without taking the whole thing off, but I've had it for about 1.5 years, so it's time to rebuild it. Some other tools you should invest in. They're real cheap dental picks, right? They're real easy for getting this stuff off. As you can see here, we have a little rubber focus, little rubber O-ring, and these two plastic cleats on the outside here. We'll just have to pry those off, take that off. That's pretty much it. You have a little rubber O-ring up here. However, that's going to stay there because we're not going to get into that. And then you have all your wave washers and stuff up in here. And a couple more O-rings. We're not going to take those off. Those are going to stay. We're going to just take off the seals. And there's a couple more inside the canister. We're going to take this dust wiper off and then a couple of seals in there and replace those, and then we should be good. Fox makes these universal seal kit for all the float shocks, so you're going to have some leftover O-rings and spacers and whatnot that don't necessarily come with this particular shock, but that's all right because it's universal, so it's made for a bunch of different ones and old ones and all sorts of stuff. Comes with its own tube of float fluid, so pretty much just fill it up with this. Get everything we need out of here. So this will be our one for the inside. We need a couple of these plastic rings. There's our dust wiper seal for the end. Dust wiper you can pretty much pull out by hand. And we're going to take our dental pick here, kind of get in there after that seal. Take that one out. So these are ones we're taking out, so that would be our new one over there. Try to match up the sizes. Then take out these little white There we go. So Key to getting these white ones in. Kind of give them a little bend, not too much. Just kind of ride them in there. We'll take our little new O-ring. Oh, that's our old one. Our new O-ring here. Fit that below that one or above that one. Put that over the top. There we go, there's the money shot. So, pretty easy. Just don't force them. When you put them in, you can kind of bend these things and just kind of slip them in this way and then work it around the side. Make sure we clean off where our dust wiper is going to go. I'm out of isopropyl alcohol, but that's a great cleaning tool for these. There's a new dust wiper. Same thing, just kind of fit that around. And our new dust wiper. So we're done with the canister part. I'm gonna take handy dental pick, take off the O-ring. These actually white clips are a lot easier to take off. They split. That off the shaft. There we go. Like I said, these are like little C-clips. They open up. Put our new one on. Top. Whoop. There we go. Our new O-ring. Kind of easily work it around there. We don't want to cut it or puncture holes in it. Right. And our next new one, next new clip. Get in there. All right. You can use SRAM Judy butter or SRAM butter now. It used to be called Judy butter, or this slick oleum stuff. I'm just going to put a little bit of it on the seals themselves. Put a little bit on the inside here as well. So just rub it on the inside. It's going to help slide a little bit better, so get rid of some of that stiction and friction that it creates. And before we put this on, make sure we're not sliding that seal over anything nasty. Just slowly but surely work this on. There we go. That's why you need a little bit of grease on there, a little bit of lube. Now, you can fill this up with float fluid. I'm going to put it all in there. You can actually buy the float fluid in bulk. I have some here, and then I'm just going to re-grease these little things up here as well. There we go. And that's about hand tight. It's all new seals, wipers, should be good to go. Spray this off with a little bit of simple green here. I can put it back on the bike. actually get some grip on it, tighten it up just a little bit more. There you have it, folks. That's how we rebuild one of these. Other things to mention, if you have compression settings, rebound settings, just put them in full open. Obviously, if you're doing this for a customer, you're gonna wanna mark those settings and put it back the way it was. Remember the air pressure that was in there. This is my own personal one, so I know the settings already. Again, I did mark the rebound though, so I know it's 7 out from closed. And then just put the air pressure in, cycle it a couple times, give it a good test ride, make sure that it's working. Anyways, thanks for watching.